Yeah, so if he was pound for pound, Floyd was pound for pound. You or Floyd, who would have done that? Who would have won that?
Me.
I didn't want them to fight. I really like both of those guys. Yeah. A lot.
Mm-hmm. Mayweather's very tricky, but at the same time, Crawford will go right-handed and left-handed. So it would be a big problem for Mayweather.
Terence Crawford fired back at Floyd Mayweather after being called out, confidently stating that if they ever fought, he would win. He believes his skills, power, and adaptability would give him the edge.
Hold up. Yeah, so if he was pound for pound, Floyd was pound for pound. You or Floyd, who would have done that? Who would have won that?
Me.
Oh, okay, I'm just asking. Because Floyd was pound for pound before.
That would have been a hard fight, though.
Man, me versus anybody, I'm gonna always say me.
Okay.
Come on now.
Floyd Mayweather has openly stated that he does not want to fight Terence Crawford or Errol Spence Jr. He mentioned in an interview that he simply does not like these two fighters. This statement raised eyebrows in the boxing community, as many fans have speculated about his true reasons. Some believe that Mayweather avoids challenges that do not benefit his legacy or financial gains. Others argue that he has already proven himself in the sport and does not need to fight younger fighters.
I didn't want them to fight. I really like both of those guys. Yeah. A lot. Mm-hmm. Like, I had a chance to hang around Earl. I had a chance to hang around Terence. And both guys, class act. It would look like I'm leaning towards one guy because I boxed one guy before.
It was beautiful to watch, but also tough to watch to see what happened to Errol. Obviously, we don't wish bad on,
Nobody.
Nobody.
The best man won. If I was training him or I was in his corner, I don't think he should be fighting at 147 at all. I don't even think he should be fighting at 154.
Really?
I think he should be fighting at 160 or 168.
Wow.
That's just my honest opinion.
Many analysts argue that Mayweather's resume is significantly stronger than Terence Crawford's. Mayweather fought some of the biggest names in boxing. In contrast, Crawford's list of opponents does not feature the same level of worldwide recognition. While Crawford has dominated multiple weight classes, critics believe he has yet to face the caliber of opponents Mayweather did.
Everybody acting like Bud is the second coming of Mayweather. Y'all got the game fucked up. Mayweather actually didn't get hit. Bud gets hit by dudes that, who on Bud's resume is an equivalent of someone on Floyd's resume? So that's it right there. You know what I'm saying? Floyd not getting hit by elites, Bud getting hit by non-elites, and somehow y'all think Canelo not about to touch him.
Shane Mosley, a former world champion, has spoken about Floyd Mayweather's dominance in his era. He described Mayweather as a fighter who was cautious about losing but still took on great opponents. According to Mosley, Mayweather was very selective in his fights, but he always won against the best. This is what made him one of the greatest boxers of all time. Mosley acknowledged that Mayweather's skills, defense, and fight IQ set him apart from his competition. However, Mosley also mentioned that Crawford's style would have been a challenge for Mayweather. This comment reignited discussions about how Crawford would fare against a prime Mayweather.
Floyd Mayweather, though, is a legendary athlete. What makes a legendary athlete is the one who wants to compete. He's notorious for dodging fights when they should happen.
Floyd is so afraid to lose. He grew up in a different era. In the era that I grew up in, it was who was the best, and I will fight anybody who's in my way.
Right.
Floyd's era, what he created was, we're not gonna lose. If you lose, then everything's messed up. So he wanted to win so bad until he would wait till the guys would be at the right time or weight or age or whatever, past their prime. He waited for the right time to go in there and do what he had to do. But he's a winner. He wants to win. So whatever it takes, not just in the ring, but outside the ring, he's gonna win. He wanted to have the only person to have the O and leave out like that, with just having no loss.
That's killing boxing.
Crawford has made claims about Floyd Mayweather allegedly using intravenous IV fluids before his fight with Manny Pacquiao. According to Crawford, this was not legally permitted, adding controversy to Mayweather's legacy. Some boxing analysts have pointed out that IVs can be used to mask substances or assist with dehydration recovery. Mayweather's team denied any wrongdoing, stating that the fluids were medically approved. However, Crawford's statements reignited debates over whether Mayweather had unfair advantages in some of his fights.
You guys can use IVs to rehydrate?
We can't use IVs either.
No? When did they change that?
I ain't never. They changed anything. I think that was legal because you know when Floyd fought Pacquiao, that was a thing. That he was using IVs or something like that. But yeah, you can't use that stuff.
You can use the IV to mask performance-enhancing drugs. So that's why they outlawed it.
Yeah.
Terence Crawford has moved up in weight classes, proving his versatility as a fighter. He has expressed interest in fighting Canelo Alvarez, a move Mayweather never attempted. Mayweather fought and defeated Canelo, but it was when Canelo was younger and still developing. However, Mayweather never moved up to fight Gennady Golovkin, a feared middleweight. Crawford's willingness to take on bigger opponents shows his ambition and determination to cement his legacy.
Floyd versus Triple G. Listen, man, Floyd didn't fight him, and Floyd is an all-time great. But what a missed opportunity. You got Crawford going from 135 and talking about fighting Canelo at 168. It's kind of the same thing, except for Floyd fought a few times at 154. I'm not faulting Floyd for not fighting Triple G. I totally get it. I'm just saying that upper echelon, the reason why I will always have Sugar Ray Leonard over Floyd is the crazy, the insane part of it. What Terence Crawford is talking about doing, he ain't saying, let me meet Canelo at a catchweight. Canelo's undisputed there. Let me go get him.
You know, you guys was crazy about Triple G talking. Triple G was such, you know, an unbelievable fighter. He's okay. I mean, straight up and down, no special effects. I mean, even at the age of 40, but I'm not looking forward to fighting Triple G, but that'd be easy.
Floyd has mentioned that if he were ever to fight you, he felt that it would be an easy fight because he feels you're kind of a rustic fighter. What's your reaction to that?
He talks too much.
Boxing legend Juan Manuel Marquez has warned Crawford about moving up in weight to fight Canelo. Marquez emphasized that weight classes exist for a reason, and that a natural lightweight should not challenge a super middleweight. Canelo is known for his power and ability to break down larger opponents. Marquez believes that despite Crawford's skills, the size difference would be too much to overcome. Crawford, however, has dismissed concerns, believing that his speed and technique can outmatch Canelo's power.
I don't like the fight because Terence Crawford is a good fighter, but in the sport of boxing, it has divisions. You know what I mean? You know?
Right, weight classes.
You know what?
Right?
Yeah, weight classes
for a reason.
Weight classes for And Terence Crawford is a good fighter in super lightweight, welterweight, super welterweight, but I think more. I remember when Terence Crawford fought with Madrimov.
Yes.
He looks slow. He looks with no power. And three more divisions. Two more divisions. I think it's a top fight for Terence Crawford, but Terence Crawford is a great fighter. He has a great defense. He has a good combination of punches, but I think the weight class is no good for him.
Devin Haney has commented on how Terence Crawford would have performed against Mayweather's past opponents. Haney mentioned that there was a time when Crawford was in Mayweather's shadow. He believes that if Crawford had faced the same fighters as Mayweather, the results might have been different. Some believe Crawford could have defeated some of Mayweather's past opponents, while others disagree.
And he's hanging on to the Floyd Mayweather era. I mean, so hard, he choked out Terence Crawford. He's still talking about he in boxing. Terence Crawford couldn't have an era to himself. And if you put Terence Crawford against any opponent on Floyd's resume, who do you have favorite? Terence Crawford or one of Floyd's opponents?
Why does Ryan keep mentioning another?
No, I'm asking a question first. Do we got Terence Bud Crawford beating everybody on Floyd's resume?
No dropping it. Does Terence beat Floyd?
Huh?
Does Terence beat
Well, that's
Floyd?
what I was going to ask you after. Shit. You dig? I mean, it's an era where Terence was in the shadows of Floyd. And when Devin came along, there was no shadow that was big enough.
Some boxing professionals believe that if Crawford and Mayweather fought at 147 pounds, Crawford could win. They argue that Crawford's adaptability, power, and ability to switch stances would give Mayweather trouble. Others disagree, pointing out that Mayweather's defensive skills and ring IQ are unmatched.
Floyd Mayweather and Gervonta Davis, or Shakur and Terence Crawford. I thought Tank could beat Shakur, and then the Lamont Roach fight happened, and I'm like, okay, I'm going back with Tank Core. Tank don't got enough. He doesn't have enough to offer. A fighter who gets hit the least versus a fighter who throws the least. This will probably be a very embarrassing night for Gervonta. He got outworked on the inside, where I think Shakur Stevenson is amazing defensively and offensively. He's just a better inside fighter, especially when inside the clinch. Like I said, I had Gervonta winning this one. Then the Roach fight showed me like he can't win 12-round fights. So I'm going to go Shakur. Now, Bud versus Floyd, a lot of people are going to dismiss this because they just love Floyd Mayweather to death. But this is a really good bout. And I think it's quite simple. Anything past 36 years old, I'm going to go Terence Crawford. Assuming this fight is at welterweight. 147, that is. But anything under 147 and anything under the age of 36, I would have to go with Floyd. So 135, yeah, I think Floyd going to beat Bud pretty bad. And 140, yeah, Floyd going to beat him pretty bad. But 147... both at 36, Bud that fought Spence, I'm going to go Crawford. You guys let me know who y'all picking these two fights.
Many consider Crawford one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world today. However, he is often compared to Mayweather, and some believe he is not at Mayweather's level. Mayweather retired with an undefeated record, while Crawford still has more fights ahead. Crawford has the opportunity to build his legacy further and potentially surpass Mayweather's accomplishments.
So I saw this on Instagram and I absolutely have to post this. This is crazy. So this guy says, not a hot take, Terence Crawford beats any version of Floyd Mayweather. Now, Terence Crawford is absolutely the best boxer in the world right now, and he's an all-time fighter. He's a legend. He's all of that, but he is not Floyd Mayweather. I don't know how you could say this is not a hot take. This is one of the hottest takes you could put out on the internet. And people have been saying this stuff about Floyd Mayweather for 20 years, and it's never happened. He's never lost. Floyd Mayweather is the best defensive boxer of all time, and I don't think he would allow Terence Crawford to get things going, and I think Floyd Mayweather would piece him up. Now, this is not to discredit Terence Crawford because he and every other fighter of all time is not on the level of Floyd Mayweather. Let me know what you guys think.
Despite their rivalry, Floyd Mayweather has praised Terence Crawford. Mayweather recently stated that Crawford is currently the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world. This recognition from Mayweather holds significant weight, considering his own legendary status in boxing. It shows that even Mayweather respects Crawford's skills and accomplishments.
There was some kind of crazy trash talk with Gervonta and Terence Crawford recently. And one of the things that I've always kind of noticed is most of the time, one of the things that's kind of off limits is families. Like you usually don't,
I know where you're going with this.
Yeah. And so I wanted to kind of understand what your thoughts was about like some of those comments that was made. I think it was about Terrence's wife. What, like in your mind, where, because obviously, like, you've been in this sport.
I think Terence Crawford right now in the sport of boxing is the pound for pound best fighter in the sport of boxing right now. It's good to see him in the position that he's in. I think he has a beautiful family. I think he has a beautiful wife, a beautiful queen, a black queen. And there's nothing better than a black woman in this world. That's just my opinion.
Shane Mosley has boldly stated that Floyd Mayweather would lose to Terence Crawford. He believes Crawford's power and relentless pressure would be too much for Mayweather.
You out type of thing. Because he's used to people coming at him, trying to hit him hard all the time. The only person that I see that I can kind of like equate to, and this I think Crawford would have the edge, is Castillo. When Castillo fought Mayweather the first time. And fights like that, Mayweather has problems with Crawford. Because Crawford hits hard. Crawford's very strong like I am. He has all the same long arms. Like I said, southpaw right-handed. And he's coming to get you. He don't care about the Philly defense style, whatever style he don't care about that. He's trying to get you. And he's going to make sure the combination is going to be hit. So you have to either hurt Crawford and get some respect or something.
Mosley added that Crawford's ability to adapt in fights makes him a dangerous opponent. This statement sparked major debates among boxing fans and analysts. Sean Porter has expressed concerns about Crawford fighting Canelo Alvarez. Porter believes that Canelo's punching power is a major threat to Crawford. He warns that stepping up to fight such a powerful opponent could be dangerous for Crawford.
The others say, like, no, that's 2 more weight classes. Like, once he gets touched by Canelo, it's going to be different.
I am concerned about him absorbing a Canelo punch, especially through the course of 12 rounds. We do know this about Canelo. He's going to slow down, you know. So I think, if anything, Canelo would try to start fast and bang on him and break him down before he gets later, and he still got that kind of steam. But, you know, there's so many components that make a champion. There's so many components that make a great, a legend. It's just so much to go into. It's a conversation that lasts an hour easily when we talk about all of the components that Terence Crawford has, all of the components that Canelo have, and how we find how they even out and who trumps one another, you know what I mean? We tried to do that with Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, and we see how that panned out, you know what I mean? So
Amir Khan has also weighed in on the debate regarding Crawford versus Canelo. Khan acknowledges that Crawford is a phenomenal fighter, but questions why he would take such a risky fight. He believes that Crawford should focus on dominating his current weight class instead.
I fought them both. Like, what are the differences between them? Canelo's strong and is easily hit. Very easily hit, very easily. Compared to when I fought against Crawford, I couldn't hit clean. They both hit hard because, and you can see the strength when I was fighting against Crawford. He is very strong as well. So, look, yeah, but why does he need to give that much weight? He's pound for pound #1 in the world. Why does he have to go for fighting Canelo?
If Floyd Mayweather were to fight Terence Crawford now, it would be a fascinating matchup. Mayweather, despite being older, remains in great shape and frequently trains in the gym. However, his speed and reflexes have naturally declined over time. Crawford, in his prime, has the edge in physical ability, but Mayweather's experience could be a factor. This fight would attract massive attention from boxing fans worldwide.
So, a lot of times I'm working in the gym, my hands be so fast, so I work with different size gloves, but most of the time when you see me on the bag, I make it look so light, I make it look so sweet. They be 16s. So, that's what they be. So shit come fast, you know. Shit come fast. Shit come fast. It make no much.
That's it for today's video. Stay tuned until next time.